Hello everyone, it's Rex Gaming here. Well, this is actually my first Ark YouTube video, and I just want to give you guys some of my experience with starting Ark Mobile, and it is different from any of the other platforms, but basically it's still the same thing. It can be harsh and it can be as fun as as the other platforms. But I just want to give you guys some tips. How do you get started? What is this game? Like, what should I do when I start? Like, I've seen a lot of people make crazy mistakes, like just going straight away for dinos and all that stuff, but they actually forget to do some of the core functions of the game. So this is just like basically just a little start for anyone who's just randomly downloaded the game or is already playing on other platforms. But some people, most of us just play Ark Mobile because we need it on the go. I mean, we have lives as well. We have to go to our jobs and do all those things. So this is just one of those things, those sort of games, that you can take on the go, and it's pretty impressive what War Drum has done. So I just want to give them a big thanks for making this game. So let's get into it. I'm going to give you guys some really good advice, and yeah, so let's get into it, guys. Hey guys, so my first tip would be, and this is a big mistake that every new player makes, and it's that the first time they spawn on the beach, what they do is they just see a dino and you just want to punch it. You just go for the dinos. Like, don't ever think about anything else and just I see one of these carbonaries, yeah, I'm just gonna go punch it, yeah, I'm just gonna go tame it. But that's actually the wrong thing. And taming dinos should be like a second nature. Like, first you'll have to maintain your base. You just have to get a decent location to work with. Like, you have to build up a nice house and have a bit of a space which you can call home. And that's like the number one rule which you have to have in Ark. If you don't have a secure base, or if you don't have a decent home to live in, I mean, on PvP, I guess a base is crucial because you need to keep your defenses, and you have to make sure that other players can't come and raid you. So, and dinos are important in the whole PvP aspect, but what I can say is having a strong base with proper defenses and just having a bit of fortification would actually make life a lot more easier, instead of just just going straight away for the dinos. Because even if you do tame the dinos, even if you could just go knock the dinos out, and let's just say you tame them up, but the problem is that you'll end up dying and your dinos also might get attacked. So what I would say is have a decent base. Have a decent one. It doesn't have to be a massive base at start. It can just be a thatched foundation. So because you can't always be on Ark, so have a nice base and just a cozy place which you can call home. That would be my number one tip that has to be there. Alrighty guys, heading into number 2, the most important thing is always be fed. Like, trust me, you have no idea how much food you need at the start of the game. Like, you'll be getting hungry because you're like farming resources and trying to build up your house and get a decent base going. At the first point, you won't be having any dinos to really do your harvesting, so it'll just be you and your fists just trying to harvest out some stone and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a pretty hectic start. So what I would honestly recommend is, at first, build a campfire as close to you as can and kill some dodos, maybe some trikes if you are capable of doing it. And yeah, just try to get as much as meat cooked up as well, because you will need it. Because even right now, I just removed all my armor and I just went I usually use my Giga or something to harvest some food, but in my case, I'm just doing it with my hands right now. I've noticed that I'm losing food like crazy. I need food instantly. So right now I've just had some cooked up. So always have a campfire, trust me. And do not eat the meat raw. That sounds wrong, but yeah, that's gonna be horrible, because you are gonna get your food level up, but however, you're gonna be losing health as well. So that can lead for you to die. So that's another mistake that people make. So just try to avoid that as much as you can. So that will be the second tip. Alright guys, so the third tip, well, this is the most core tip that which you guys need, is the taming. Yeah, we have come down to this. So basically, when you're taming, what I would say is, don't tame unnecessary dinos at the moment. Sometimes it's really cool, it's really fun to tame dillos and all those little small dinos, but I would recommend you not do that. I would recommend dinos who are actually useful for your building, like for instance this trike, I would say get ready like to get a trike. Like a trike is so useful because you can harvest berries which to make narcotics, and also you can get thatch and a bit of wood as well from these guys, so they're pretty useful in these sort of cases. So I would say surely tame up one of these guys for those cases, like they'll be really useful. And maybe a Doedicurus and a couple other dinos there are which are pretty useful. So I would say always tame efficiently at the start. Maybe like have like for each case now, one for berries, one for gathering meat. That'll actually help you in the long run to be better in the game. So that's one major tip which I can give new people to get a head start in Ark. Now we come to the fourth step. Well, this actually ties in with the third step as well when it comes to actually taming, is taming with the right equipment. Make sure when you go for a tame, you actually do have the right equipment. Like for me instance, now I'm carrying about 47 narcotic arrows, trank arrows, and 100 narcotics, just have the right sort of stuff with you, because if you go like unprepared, you might have to like knock out a Therizino, and then you just realize that you're out of trank arrows, and then you just realize, oh, I have to go back to get some more. Within that point, when you go get some more and then come back, its torpor would have dropped completely and you'll have to start all again from the beginning. And always wear some decent armor. You will always need decent armor because I mean it's Ark, so you don't really know what you're gonna face out there. So having that little bit of armor would actually save your life like completely. Yeah, I really couldn't make any pants for myself, but yeah, this will have to do for now since I am starting out. So you'll be gathering a lot of hide. So yeah, that's one of the best tips which I can give you in terms of taming. Always be ready. Carry some extra. Sometimes you might really not even need the extra bit, but I think always having that extra bit of stuff actually helps, because you don't know, sometimes you might find a surprising dinosaur which you might want, like a useful dinosaur. So you never know, so always be ready. Like for instance, I want to tame a raptor, but I want the iguanodon as well. I had some extras with me, so I can actually manage to tame both of them. So yeah, always be ready and always have the proper equipment ready to tame. Hey guys, well, the fifth step, this is actually the final step. What I can tell you guys is Ark is actually pretty exhausting. Yeah, at first, even the mobile version, this can be very exhausting. But I think you have to be a little bit more resilient, like understanding to play. I'm very sorry about the lag, but I think it's just the screen recorder. Even on the most powerful of machines or the mobile phones, it does lag. So what I can say is never give up. Like I've seen a lot of players, like I've helped out a lot of players. Like if you can see those bases over there used to be so many players that used to live on these bases, and there used to be like big massive walls, but they just quit after a while because I don't know, for some people it gets boring, but for some people it just becomes really hard to maintain everything because it's a bit of a grind. Even a mobile version, I mean, it's not as worse as the PC or any of the other versions. It's actually pretty decent, but it can be tiring. So if you just check out my base, I've been here for about 1.5 months, so I've just put in some hard work into it, and I've put in my work into it, and I've managed to build up a decent base. So what I can say is always have fun. That's what, have fun. That's the main basis of Ark. Like sometimes it becomes a bit tense as well, but just have fun. Even if you die, don't give up. Get back up, keep building, and if you guys need any more help on anything like that, just let me know down in the comment section below, and please do subscribe to my channel because it really does help me. This is actually my first video, so I might seem a little bit nervous as well because I've never actually done a commentary video like this. Maybe I have a few horror games, but this is actually something very personal and a really good game for me, and I love this game so much. So what I can say is always have fun in Ark, then you'll be successful. Like these little compies, which I'll tell you guys in another video how annoying these guys are. So yeah, always have fun. That's all I can say. So have a good day, and please subscribe to my channel and like this video so I can make more videos for you guys. And in the future videos I'll be making better content, and how to craft things if you guys really don't know anything like that, and how to tame some particular dinos. If you guys want some dinos which you want me to tame, let me know in the comment section. I'll do that as well. So stay cool guys. Rex Games out. Keep it chill.